Hi guys, welcome back to our video again. This week we are heading to get our seat rewrapped. It's kind of worn out and a little bit out of shape. So I went to one of my friend's workshop to get it tidy up. So we took out the seat and we flip it over. We noticed there's a lot of stapler on the seat itself. So we were just curious, how come they need so much stapler for this seat? I think we took out about 50 staplers, plus minus there. So next we went on to select the fabric material. So I wanted to pick something that is less slippery, so your butt won't move around when you're on it, and also something less heat absorbing, especially when you park your bike under a hot day or hot sun. So we got on this material, this black fabric, and my friend told me this is fireproof, so assumedly it's safer. Soon we discover a small issue because it rained last night, so the sponge in the seat absorbs all the water and it's very wet. When it's wet, it's very hard to keep the fabric tight on the material, so we have to find ways to dry it before we can proceed. So once the sponge dry up to a certain level, we can start wrapping. So we realized that this seat is not like the common regular bike. It's a little bit more curvy at the end and also at the surface. So it requires a lot of skills and pulling to get it set in shape. And that explains the 50 staplers that we initially saw. They are used to hold all the stretch and the curve angles. Next, we requested to also add on a strap for the convenience of moving the bike because there's nothing to hold at the neck and the pipe is near to the rear end. We make a red strap and reinforce it with a luggage strap to make it sturdier, so when you pull it, it won't snap that easily. So once the appropriate length is set up, we cut it out, we paste it together, and we punch a hole to fit into the seat. Once the strap is up on the seat, tighten, we are ready to put the seat back on the bike. While we are doing our reinstallation on a few episodes early on, we noticed there's a missing bolt that bolts the engine to the frame, and the engine has actually shifted a little bit during this period. So we called the dealer, and the dealer is willing to pick the bike back to the dealership and get it fixed for free. So it took 3 days to rectify the issue, and we went down 3 days later to collect the bike from the dealership. When we took back our bike, we noticed something very unusual, which I have no explanation about it. So what happened was we took out the left frame slider before we sent the bike back to the workshop, and we kept the right one there. So however, the mechanic in the dealership changed the bolt on the left side of the bike without the frame slider to the original trox screw. However, they keep the right with the frame slider there. It makes the whole bike look uneven, unbalanced, unusual. So I went to a hardware store to buy some replacement bolts to change them all out so they all look the same. We tried to use this ratchet spanner to open up the slider bar. We sort of like damaged the screw because we overpowered it. So it's sort of like bent out of shape. So we bought a new set and a breaker bar to remove the specialized screw, which is this one, by convert it to a standard hex screw. Come to a difficult point. The spanner cannot reach the nut at the back, and then this thing cannot be loosened without the nut being tightened. When we turn this, basically just spins. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lift up the tank and gotta reach inside to hold the nut, and then unscrew this top screw. Halfway through, it started raining, so we moved indoor. And then I managed to find a wooden plank to hold the tank, so I don't need to use the string, which is still a little bit short and loose. And then we gotta remove the air box. So remove the pipe, one on the left and one on the right.
So in the end, we only managed to change this side. After opening up the air box, we still can't access to this screw. So unless we take out the radiator, which we find it too troublesome, so we just leave the trox screw until we are required to take out the radiator, then we swap it out.
Alright, thank you guys for watching my videos. See you on our next video. Bye bye.